Okay. All right. Trying to make sure I got my make sure my stream is working properly. Excuse the noise, people. I got this this AC, as you can see. Got my little AC right there. It's hot as hell outside. Yeah. Who's all in the chat? Who's all in the chat? Still trying to get organized here. I'm not organized. This is kind of a last minute thing, so y'all just bear with me for a second. You know, want to talk about a few. Want to talk about a few things today. Talk about Xbox One X. Is it worth the purchase? Talk about Sega. Is it a good time for Sega to come back with their, you know, older IPs, especially with the retro market booming more than ever? I think it's a great time for everybody to bring back the retro games, because it's awesome, man. Retro is my first love, so I always got to pay homage to retro game, and I still play it as I speak right now. So let's see who's on the chat. What's up, Gruder, Tony, Eric, Fatal? What's up, Mr. T? Who else is here? What's up, Shadow, Dre, Bad Latency? I'm not damage control or nothing today. Bad Latency though, so don't come to my chat with that mess today. There's a reason why I left that Discord chat. I'm no longer going to the Discord chat. I ain't got time for y'all drama. So if you coming over here to this chat, wanna talk drama, then I'm gonna block you. I had to block somebody off of Twitter a while ago that was a part of Discord chat. I'm telling you right now, I ain't got time to fool with y'all, because I'm not down with that BS that y'all be doing in that chat. So you're more than welcome to stay in this chat, and you know, and just chill with us. But that what y'all used to do in that Team Red chat, I don't no longer tolerate that on my channel. So if you'll come here with that BS, I'm blocking you. So yeah, who else is here? What's it? RD Mater? What? okay, you changed your name. I know who you are. What's up? Say Hanson. What's up? What's up? Say, is my stream laggy? Before I get started, people. Before I get started, let me know if my stream is laggy, because I don't want to start talking and I'm having issues with my stream. And big shout out to Mr. T. He's in the chat. And yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe to his channel. He hooked your boy up with my intro. So yeah, man, appreciate that, Mr. T, man. He's awesome, man. He's awesome. We weirdo. Where's Alex and Nick? I don't know we weirdo. I know who you are, super nerd. Like, if you'll come to my chat with that mess, I'm gonna block you, dude. I'm being for real. Like I say, I stayed away from that Discord chat. They I got people from the inside telling me you screenshot everything I do on Twitter or whatever on my channel. Even though I stayed away from y'all Discord chat, like, if you come here to start drama, I'm blocking you. I'm being honest. I'm sick of it. I'm done with this constant war. So I'm just telling you right now, before I get started, if you come to my channel to talk shit, I'm blocking you. I'm being dead honest. I'm blocking you. What's up, Dead Fortune? It's too funny. What's going on? OBX Blackbeard. What's up? What's up? All right. So okay. What do I want to start with first? I know in my title I did want to talk about Nintendo and the year that they are having, and hey, so hold on, people. My stream is laggy. Hold on. Give me a second. Okay, hopefully that's better. What's up, Thomas? Said Rudy said it is not lagging. Okay. You said stream is good, back to normal. Okay. As long as it's back to normal. Alright. So, like I was saying a while ago, people, you know, excuse the noise. I know you heard the noise in the background. It's my AC is 100 degrees out here in Texas. You know, y'all know how it is in Texas, man. We had this big ass furnace a couple weeks ago. It was like 108, 110 degrees. We had to for like 2 straight weeks. We had a whole bunch of grass fires, and it was a mess out here, man. It was hot. You know, it's hot right now, so that's why I got this AC blasting. It feels good. It's right in my face. So yeah, just excuse that, and hopefully y'all can hear me well. So I guess the first thing I want to talk about, people, you know, I know some people been talking about this. I know Mr. T, he mentioned that on this channel, I believe a week ago, maybe less than a week ago, about the year the Nintendo Switch is having, and you know, as far as what games do they have on there, is it a good year for you know, the Switch, or is just a good year for games period, as far as if you're owner of the Nintendo Switch? You know, overall it's a good year for the Switch, you know, as far as the game library goes, because they have a whole bunch of indies. They got a whole bunch of ports from third parties, and all these ports from the Wii U that came over. It was a lot of games that came over to the Switch this year. And not too long ago, we got the confirmation of Diablo 3 and Blizzard. They thinking about putting Overwatch onto the system. Doom Eternal got announced, and there's been a whole bunch of stuff that's been going on in the game community these past few weeks. I just didn't want to be a part of it because it's just a echo chamber of regurgitation of the same topic, and you know, I just want to do it whenever I feel like doing it. I just, you know, I'm going to just talk about it during the stream. So as far as the Switch, I told y'all a lot of times, I barely play my Switch this year because of the lack of new first-party games. I'm not saying lack of first-party games, because there was a lot of first-party games that was on the Switch. It just wasn't new. If you was a Wii U owner, you know, then you know what I'm talking about, because I'm pretty sure y'all done played a whole bunch of these games. I didn't want to pay $60 again for these games that I already played on Wii U. And look at the fact that Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze was not a $60 game on the Wii U, but it magically, you know, appeared as a $60 game on the Nintendo Switch, even though the game was $20 on the Wii U. And yeah, I don't know what to say about that. That's another topic right there. But I feel like it's been a whole bunch of you know, price gouging as far as the Nintendo Switch goes this year. Yes, we know it's the hot thing, it's the hot topic this year, and it's a great system, man. It's a great system. I just kind of, like I said a long time ago, I wish that it offers a little bit more as far as horsepower, so I can play a whole bunch of my third-party games on my Switch. I play some third-party games, but I play most of my third-party games on my Xbox One X because it's a 4K powerhouse, and of course I got a 4K TV. You know, so you know, I didn't want to pay $60 for Doom on the Switch. You know, you dock that bad boy, and it looks like crap, and it's still $60 as of today. And you know, Doom was like $15, $20 brand new on the Xbox One and the PS4, and it still is, and it's free if you got Game Pass. But yet, it is still $60 for the Nintendo Switch version, which makes no sense. Skyrim, still $60. You know, a whole bunch of these games is still $60 on the Nintendo Switch. That's why I said it's, you know, Nintendo, they price gouging a whole bunch of people, and I feel that not too many Nintendo YouTubers are talking about this. They talking about the success of the Switch, but they're not talking about the practices that Nintendo is doing with the Switch. You know, as far as a lot of these games turn out more money on the Switch than their counterparts, you know, with the PS4 and Xbox One. For instance, like ROM, that game was more money on the Switch. Puyo Puyo Tetris, more money on the Switch because of the whole entire Switch tax, and I felt that Nintendo should have ate some of that cost. So this is what boggles my mind. This is why I'm no longer in this console war now. I'm sick of the console. I'm sick of these fuckboys. I'm sick of it. They would freaking go all out about Sony or Microsoft if they commit those type of practices, but with Nintendo, they're more quiet than a church house mouse. So that what boggles my mind. I'm just sick of this. I'm sick of it. So that's why I just been to myself, people. It's just a lot of, you know, BS going on in this gaming community, and that's one of the reasons why I've been out so long. That's why I've been switching over to the retro side, and I'm gonna still do the modern. I'm gonna still do the modern, you know, topics and all that, but I still want to do retro. So yeah, so it is what it is. So 12 dislikes. It must be from the Team Red Discord chat. Boy, I tell you, boy, they is something else, boy. See, I try my best to stay away from those guys, and they follow me. So my mods, if y'all see anybody, if you see anybody talking shit in the chat, please get rid of them. Don't even time them out. Block them, please. Cause I'm trying. I want drama free on this channel going forward. I ain't got time for this shit. I'm being honest. You know, like, you know, that wee weirdo guy, super nerd, whatever he call himself. I want him gone. If you see him talking shit, I want him gone. I'm serious. I am so dead serious. I want to talk strictly game. I ain't got time for no drama, man. I ain't got time for no drama. And people, I will be doing a Discord chat for the real gamers. No drama. We'll be doing retro stuff. We're gonna have lots of fun. Console war shit, I ain't got time for that bullshit. I ain't got time for you know, people, you know, stalking people online, tell what they Twitter and, you know, and Facebook and all this. I ain't got time. I don't want nobody stalking nobody. I ain't got time. We're gonna be professional and clean in that chat. All right, people. All right, cool. So, like I say, people, if you ain't hit that like button, please hit that like button. Please share this video. Get some more people here. So let me see who else is here. Let me see. Enrique, what's up, man? Okay, KO, what's up? Who else is here? Was it old Amazu 87? Amazu, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. I'm sorry if I butchered your name. Is that all that showed up? I think that's it for right now. Okay. So, yeah. As far as the Switch go, as far as the year of 2018, people, I'm just not the biggest fan as far as the first party games for, you know, that's coming from Nintendo. You know, there was a bunch of great games that came from them. It just wasn't brand new. It wasn't brand new to my satisfaction. So I didn't want to, you know, spend more money to, you know, get these games again, because I done already played them. I done already beat them. So there is no point for me to spend all this money again and be like, well, it has portability. I'm not going to use that portability factor as an excuse for me to rebuy these games at a full price. And like I say, some of these games that was cheaper on the Wii U, now it's more money on the Nintendo Switch. You know, so, you know, like right now, I'm just chilling right now, playing a lot of retro games, playing, been playing a whole bunch of Xbox. I haven't played my PlayStation in a minute. Because I really just use my PlayStation for exclusives, man. They got awesome exclusives. Yakuza 0, God of War, man. Persona 5, one of the best games ever. Horizon Zero Dawn. They got really great exclusives. Just when it comes to the multiplats, I play my multiplats on the Xbox because I feel the Xbox has a better online. I like their ecosystem better. So even though it's not looking too good as far as the first party games go, with Microsoft, I still have a lot of games to play on there, a lot of backlog of games, that's from the 360 or even the OG Xbox that I get to play, because a lot of these games I hadn't played. For instance, it was, what's this game? There's a couple of games that I hadn't played on the OG Xbox, and I got it on me right now. And as an Xbox One X owner, people, I get to play Panzer Dragoon Orta in 4K, and I played it yesterday, and this game is freaking awesome. Like when I looked at this game, I was like, there is no way this game is over. When did this game come out? Let me see, 2003. So yeah, like there's no way this game has to be this old and look this good. And so, you know, if you haven't played Panzer Dragoon Orta, please play that. It is a really good game. It is on the backwards compatibility list on the Xbox One S as well too. But I believe you can only play it in 4K if you got the Xbox One X. Same with Ninja Gaiden Black. There's another game I missed out on. I saw how it looked when they enhanced it. It looks so awesome. So I have a lot of great games to play on my Xbox, and you know that's one of the best you know, announcements, you know, Microsoft gave us. I'm not saying it is the best announcement. I think the best announcement that we got from Microsoft was the fact that they purchased all these studios so they can make more first-party games. So we won't be having these continuous droughts in which we are getting right now. You know, we are in a drought, first-party drought funk right now. So you know, like I say, man, once they get that squared away, and we get to play all our Xbox games from the 360 and the OG Xbox. Like, man, that's a great system, man. The Xbox One X has a potential to be a really great system, but how long would it last? Would it last another 2 to 3 years? I don't know, because Microsoft is already deep into development of their next Xbox console. Scarlet was Xbox Scarlet. That's the code name. So I'm not sure how long that's gonna be. I'm hoping another couple of years from now. So we can actually get more out of my Xbox One X. Hopefully that Halo Infinite will come out on the Xbox One X. It might be more of a cross-gen game. So I know for a fact Gears 5 will be on the Xbox One X. I cannot wait to play that on the Xbox One X. So you know, in my experience on my Xbox One X, it's been really good. Everybody else got their own opinions, because some people, they play most of their third-party multiplayer or either on PC or on PS4, but I'm different. I'm more of an Xbox dude, so I play all my multiplayer on my Xbox. And you know, backwards compatibility is more like a cherry on top, and they gave us, you know, like I say, they've been more of a fan service with the Xbox One owners. Like I say, if they can just do something about these exclusives, then they can, you know, come back into this console race, because they're getting their ass beat by Sony right now, because Sony, they just out in front by a large margin, and it's not even close, man. It doesn't mean that I'm not having fun with my Xbox. I'm not gonna use console war, you know, just devalue my experience that I'm having with the Xbox One. You know, that's why I say, people, I'm no longer in this console war mess. It's just it's a headache, it's a pain in the ass, and it's tiring. I'm too grown for this shit. I'm too grown for this console war mess, man. So, like, what do y'all think? What do y'all think before I talk about something else? What do y'all think about? I know some of y'all don't like Xbox, especially you Garuda Legends. I know you hate Xbox with a passion, but me personally, you know, I'm enjoying mine because a whole bunch of backwards compatibility games in which I missed out on last generation. I wasn't a big gamer last generation because you know I was doing other stuff, college, and you know I was a single person. I was a single man, single adult, and I didn't really have time to play video games because I was always out. So you know, that's why a lot of these games I'm playing right now, it's new to me, and a lot of these games that is backwards compatible, Microsoft enhanced these games, and it makes the value of the Xbox One X even more better. That's how I feel about it. But what do y'all think in the chat? What do y'all think? Let me see. Have you seen Grand Blue Fantasy Link? It's a PlayStation exclusive developed by Platinum. It's an exclusive that no one seems to be talking about. No, I hadn't seen that, Dead Fortune. I honestly, like I say, I really hadn't been deep into the gaming community. Like, I probably like, you know, a couple videos, you know, every once in a while. I go to a couple of channels, but as far as me, you know, spending hours on YouTube, you know, trying to be, you know, being part of these console wars, people talking shit on YouTube, on Twitter, on Facebook, I just hadn't been nowhere. I just been to myself. I've been mostly in the retro YouTube side of YouTube, you know, and I, you know, look at, you know, other stuff that's not video game related. So no, I hadn't seen that yet. You say, have you seen the new game called Brawler? I'm getting it on PS4, but I might double dip and get it on the Switch. Something like that game that's like, it's basically that Smash Brothers clone, something like that. It looks cool. It looks cool, you know. I'm not sure if it's fun or not. I hadn't played it yet, If a lot of y'all is having fun, then maybe I probably try to play with y'all. I just never been a huge Smash Brothers fan, and which is another thing we'll talk about. Like I was watching what's his name, Rule to Review video the other day, and he was talking about, I believe he was talking about Smash Brothers. He was talking about something, I'm trying to remember, and I believe I said something in the comment section, and it just triggered a few people. It triggered them because I said that I'm not the biggest Smash Brothers fan. Oh no, I think he was basically doing a video that was similar to Mr. T about the year the Switch is having, you know, and I basically said that you know, basically this year has kind of been dry for me because, you know, of all these ports that came from the Wii U, and I wasn't interested. And you know, the Smash, you know, during the Nintendo E3, they had a direct before E3 about Smash Brothers. They had a direct with Smash Brothers during E3, and after E3, I basically said that we got too much Smash, and you know, a few people got really triggered over my opinion. And that's what drives me nuts, man. People get so mad about other people's opinions. It's just so crazy. I'm like, man, yo chat is wild and out, dude. I was like, dude, man, like, I'm not the biggest Smash Brothers fan. You just cannot be mad because I'm not a big Smash Brothers fan. Somebody talking about, well, this game is getting a whole bunch of people that's never been a Smash Brothers fan to be an automatic, you know, turn them to a fan. I was like, okay, good for them. It doesn't mean that I'm going to automatically just be crazy about Smash Brothers. I just never been crazy about Smash Brothers. It is what it is. I never said that the game wasn't fun. I played it before. I enjoyed myself. It's just not the type of fighting game that I will play for 20, 30, 40 hours plus. I'm more of a Street Fighter dude. I play lots of Street Fighter. You know, I don't really play fighting games like I used to, because back in the day, I used to play lots of Street Fighter, lots of Mortal Kombat. I played a whole bunch of Plasma Sword on the Dreamcast, if y'all remember that. You know, I ain't played Power Stone. That's a hidden gem that I wish Capcom would bring back to the light, because that was an awesome game. You know, there was a lot of fighting games back then that I did actually enjoy. It's just I just never saw Smash Brothers as a real fighting game. It's a fighting game, but to my opinion, it's not a strategic fighting game in which you have to know certain moves. You have to put in certain moves. Like basically, kind of like with Street Fighter, like everybody got their own moves, and it's different on how you do it. And that's not like that on Smash Brothers. I like strategic fighting games. That's why a lot of people don't consider Smash Brothers as a real fighting game. I'm not saying it's not a real fighting game. It's just not a fighting game that I would love to play for a very long time. It's just not my cup of tea. So by me saying that, it triggered people. I was like, man, just keep your opinions to yourself. You know, that's my opinion. I'm not gonna tell you that you shouldn't be a fan of because it's not a real fighting game. I don't spit my opinions on other people's opinions, and I'm getting upset because they don't think the same thoughts that I think. So that's the kind of shit that pisses me off. That's the kind of shit that's the reason why I've been away for a while. That's the kind of shit to force me to want to do what I actually want to do with my channel, is be more retro-centric on my channel, and I am enjoying the shit out of it. I just wish I get a little bit more views, but I am enjoying the shit out of it. And you know, I'm trying to do more YouTube, people. It's just my lifestyle right now. It's just I'm busy. I'm very, very busy. I'm trying to make room for y'all guys, and you know, I'm gonna try to do more videos for y'all guys. So let me read the chat right quick. I'm gonna get back to program. What y'all got in that chat for me? Let me see. Hey, I got a lot of comments in here. You said, I think the Xbox is a good console, but it doesn't have the diversity that I want. Yeah, you're right about that, man. That's the problem that they have, is the lack of diversity. You know how a lot of people be like, you know, the PS4 sold 80-something million, but only 10 million Uncharted has been sold. That's a bad ratio. That's bad. You know, but 10 million is still a lot of games that's sold. But you got to remember, the PlayStation console has always been a diversified console because it has everything that people want as far as action adventure JRPGs, you know, hack and slash. It has everything that people want. So you can't expect 80 million people to buy 80 million copies of God of War 4, 80 million copies Horizon, The Last of Us. It's not going to happen. You know, it is what it is, man. People keep on using that as an argument. You know, I'm not saying that, you know, these sales on the PS4 is low. No, it's not low. It's really good. It's just the PS4, the PlayStation console, has always been a diversified console. It's a diversified console for all gamers, and I believe this is what Microsoft is trying to approach. They're trying to get a lot more Japanese support on their console, so moving forward in the future, that they won't make the same mistake that they did with the Xbox One. I believe, you know, 360, they was a little bit diversified. It wasn't as good as the PS4, but it was good enough. They had their first share of JRPG games that was exclusive. It might not didn't sell as well, but it was there. And the Xbox One, it was just a ghost town for Japanese games. It was a ghost town for Japanese gamers to buy the console. And y'all looking at the results right now, because ain't nobody buying the Xbox One console. They averaging what, about less than 40, less than 30 consoles sold per week in Japan, in which that is outrageous. That is laughable, people. That's laughable, man. What else y'all got for me, man? Said 360 had more diversity more than the Xbox didn't support. Yeah, you're right, man. You know, a lot of Xbox are more shooters. It's kind of funny that I play a whole bunch. I'm more of a single player gamer, but I play on the Xbox. That was a lot of people always laughing at me. You say you love single player games, but you prefer the Xbox. I say, yeah. You know, well, the Xbox 360 had a fair share of single player games, and the OG Xbox One. You know, like they had their first share. It's just with the Xbox One, it's just they transitioned from a, you know, sort of a diversified console. It's just they went, you know, from that to a shooter console. That's why they got that stigma that only do bros buy Xbox. And that's not true. It's not true, man. You know, when the Xbox first came onto the console market, they gave us a diversified amount of games, you know, especially with that Sega support, man. You know, because I remember when the Xbox, the OG Xbox came out, a lot of people said that it was more like a Dreamcast 2 because they kind of took a lot of ideas from the Dreamcast. They had a partnership going on. If you look at the button layout, the ABXY, you know, the same thing that they took from the Dreamcast. You look at the fact that the controllers was kind of similar. Matter of fact, the prototype of the OG Xbox controller was very similar to the Dreamcast controller. Y'all can look that up online. It was very similar, and there was talk that they was gonna make the OG Xbox backwards compatible to the Dreamcast. But you know, the way, I guess it was the online functionality, you know, that kind of the Dreamcast and the Xbox One, the OG Xbox One, kind of basically plummeted that idea, because they actually was talking about doing that. So there's a lot of rich history, a lot of good partnership history with Sega and Microsoft, because of course Microsoft basically they partnered up with Microsoft to do their Sega Net, their Sega Online, when they had, was it the CE. Microsoft, what was that on the Dreamcast? What was it? Was it Microsoft Windows CE? So yeah, man. Like, you know, it's a whole bunch of history between Microsoft and Sega, in which a lot of people don't know about. You know, when they had that, whenever the Xbox came into the console market, and basically, you know, they was up against a juggernaut with the PS2 with Sony. There was a juggernaut. And they needed to get their feet wet. They need to bring out a lot of games, and Microsoft had the financial support to back it up, and they had that good Sega support. That's why we got games like, you know, games like that Jet Set Radio, and that was a good one. That was exclusive to the Xbox. You got the Panzer Dragoon, Toe Jam and Earl, Sega GT Racing. They had a whole bunch of games. House of the Dead 3. You know, these games was
exclusive to the Xbox. Then of course got ported over like years later. But yeah, man, like they had a diversified amount of games on the previous Xbox console, and you know, that's why I said that the Xbox One console is the worst of all. It's the worst, but I'm still enjoying myself. It's the worst. It got better over time because I felt that they actually trying to do something to cater towards the Xbox gamers and towards the OG Xbox gamers as such myself, because I own all three other consoles. So let's move on. I don't want to be talking about this all day. So what else? I guess with the Switch, I'm gonna close out with the Switch topic. You know, it's a good system. I do like the Switch whenever they do have games, and I do, you know, play it every once in a while. It's not my main console. It's not my preferred console of choice. I love Nintendo. I swear, if Nintendo would go third party and put all their games on Xbox and PlayStation, I would be a happy man. Just think, people. Just think. Ocarina of Time or Breath of the Wild running in 4K HDR and freaking 60 frames per second. Just think, even on PC, 60 frames, or you can go to 100 frames per second. Just think about all these great Nintendo games that we have that can go on other consoles. What game I could think about that's more of a realistic type of Nintendo game that would look very good on other consoles? Metroid Prime. Like, you know, I always been a big fan of Nintendo games. I just had not been a big fan of their console because they always do that. They always want to cheap out when it comes to their hardware. And with all the money that they're making right now, you would think they would try to basically do a refresh hardware with the Switch so we can get stronger, stronger third-party support. And the third-party support that we're getting right now, it won't be a watered-down port. You know, just look at Doom on Nintendo Switch versus their counterparts. It looks, I just can't play it, man. I make a play it in handheld mode, but I can't play it on my TV. It just doesn't look right. It don't. Everybody, you know, most people didn't already transition to a 4K TV, man. So they don't want to go back. I don't want to go back when it comes to that, man. It is what it is, man. You know, huge fan of Nintendo. I'm just not a big fan of their hardware decisions. I'm not. The Switch was a cool decision. I'm not gonna lie. It was a cool decision. But I kind of wish they kind of had two different SKUs if you want to get the weaker version or get the stronger version. Maybe that might be the case going forward in the future. You know, kind of like what maybe Microsoft and Sony might do. They might have two different SKUs of Xbox consoles. Matter of fact, whenever the new Xbox come out, maybe the Xbox One X gonna basically be right alongside with that console. You never know. You just never know. So, okay, closing that. Let's talk about this Sega Ages. Of course, supposed to be coming to the Switch and all that. And of course, these games are supposed to be games that never went to another platform besides a Sega console. And I could think of a lot of games that was only on a Sega console and never went on like a collection. Y'all remember during the PS2, Xbox, and Dreamcast? Remember during that era, we got a whole bunch of Sega collection, the Sonic Mega collection and all that. We get that every generation. With that generation, with 360 and the PS3, there's always a collection. And we know about these games. We play these games a lot of times. But with the Sega Ages, they're supposed to be games that in which it's supposed to be games that was never on other consoles. And only thing the games I could think of is it's like a basically Saturn games. There's a lot of Saturn games that never saw a light on other consoles, and today's standards, yeah, I would consider those games are hidden gems, because when the Saturn came out, even though it was a 3D console, but the 2D graphics on that console, it stands out more than the 2D graphics on the PlayStation 1 because of the different architecture that they have. That's why if you play games like Rayman on the PS1 versus Rayman on the Sega Saturn, it stands out more on the Sega Saturn because of the 2D powerhouse that the Saturn has. That's why when it comes to fighting games on the Sega console versus other consoles, it always played better. It was more faster, more fluid. Like the music it's just always better on Sega consoles. They always have been a 2D powerhouse. So I'm thinking about a whole bunch of these games that was on the Saturn that never saw a light on the console, like Shining Force 3, a Star. There was a whole bunch of games that never saw a light, like Bug 2. You know, so many games, and I hope that with all this nostalgic retro madness that's going on in this gaming industry, I hope that it will wake Sega asses up to go ahead and revive these older IPs that us Sega fans has been asking for over 10 to 20 years. So I think this is the right time for Sega to go ahead and release these games that has never saw a light on other consoles. You know, they need to shine some light on the Saturn again, because the Saturn wasn't out that long. Everybody wanted the 3D graphics because the 2D was a thing in the past. But going down 20 something years later, people want to go back to the 2D side because a lot of people is getting tired of the 3D. Like, you know, it is what it is. It's just I won't say everybody's getting tired. It's just a lot of people is getting tired of the same practices in which we are going through right now with these business getting very money hungry with these games, because, you know, like just playing a regular shooter, you know, a Call of Duty or Battlefield or Destiny, like you could be paying hundreds of dollars, sometimes thousands of dollars, if you invest so much time in these games, because these microtransactions, these loot boxes, DLC, season passes, like these games cost so freaking much money to play, to continuously and enjoy playing, because they're gonna keep asking for more money. We didn't have those issues back in the day. Like the DLC that we had, people, was cheat codes. That's all we had. All we gotta do is buy a magazine that had the cheat codes and we're good. You know, they stopped that because they was like, you know what? How can we transition cheat codes into more money instead of them buying magazines and we get just a little bit of that profit? How about we cut it off and we're gonna go ahead and go our separate ways, and we're gonna go ahead and just keep milking them for all the money that we possibly can get. And that's exactly what's going on inside this gaming industry of today. And a lot of people is sick and tired of these same business practices. Look at EA, for example. They're not putting season passes in the new Battlefield game because of the controversy with the loot boxes with the Battlefront 2. It was a huge controversy, and people just they grilled the crap out of EA. And they deserved that. They did. And like, we already know EA has always pulled stupid stunts like that, and I don't know why they're not losing a lot of money. They should be bankrupt by now, because they pulled the same foolishness every freaking time. I think the most despicable move EA has ever did was they licensed the NFL games, because they knew that the NFL 2K was ESPN 2K5 was a better game than Madden 2005. And the fact that Sega did something that a lot of people didn't think they was gonna do, they dropped the price. The game was already superior than Madden, but they dropped the price to $20. And around that time, games was $50. It was $50 around that time, full price. And they was like, no, we can't compete with that. So they went ahead and dropped the price from $50 to like $30, because Sega was taking a lot of their market as far as the football games go. So that's why they pulled that shitty ass move and spent, I forgot how much money. I'm not sure if it was $500 million. It was a lot of money. So they licensed the NFL games, and that's why we only see Madden football games. And that's like one of the shadiest business practices I have ever did. That's why I don't even buy Madden games no more, because that's just shady, man. It's shady. You know, paying $60 a year for an updated roster is also shady, man. I don't know why people keep falling for that shit. It is a shady move, and people need to vote with their wallets, man. It's the same shit over and over. They might do a little bit with the mechanics, do a little bit different, but overall, is it worth paying $60 again for these games? No, it's not. It's not. So a lot of these crappy ass business practices has been going on in this gaming industry has basically transitioned me to want to do more retro content, for me to want to play more retro games. And to be honest, I'm enjoying myself. I am enjoying myself to the fullest with playing retro games. Matter of fact, the game that I'm currently playing right now, people, is Grandia. That's an awesome freaking RPG. That is an awesome freaking game. I don't know if y'all played this yet, but this game is so freaking fun. I love the fighting mechanics. I love. It has a really good story. Has a really good story, and I'm playing. My Dreamcast is getting a lot of play. A lot of play. Matter of fact, I bought another Dreamcast the other day. I bought it yesterday. Y'all see it right there? Bought that yesterday. So yeah, I'm like I say, man, I'm just enjoying myself. If y'all have a Dreamcast, man, yeah, and you want to know how can you play your Dreamcast in a better resolution, because if you hook your composite cables to an HD TV, it's gonna look blurry. It's gonna look like crap. There is a VGA port. There's a VGA connection that you can buy from these retro shops, or you can get from eBay. And if you have an VGA connection back to your TV, then it should work. You should get a 480p upscale, and it looks a lot better. It looks a lot sharper. The colors is a lot better. Just look at some comparisons videos online, and you see exactly what I'm talking about. Especially if you are a Dreamcast fan, I'm getting a whole bunch of play with my Dreamcast because the games look a lot better, and I'm just enjoying myself. Matter of fact, they got another thing from was it Retro Bit? I'm trying to look. Where's it at? What I had it on me a while ago. Let me see what I did with it. Yeah, I lost it. I forgot. Could have sworn I had it about me. Oh, here it is. It's right here. It's right here. So this is from Retro Bit. So all you gotta do is connect this bad boy back to your Dreamcast, and get you a little VGA connector. Get the female to female connector. Connect on this one and connect it back to your TV. Get the female to female VGA, and that's if you got the VGA port on the back of your TV, because they starting to take those away. These newer TVs, they starting to take these components, ports. They taking these VGA. They take a whole bunch of stuff away for some reason. I don't know. So if you are into the retro gaming, I advise y'all to get an older TV, probably like let's say maybe a TV about 5-6 years ago, because they have a whole bunch of ports that is compatible with a whole bunch of these devices for your retro gaming. So that's just my opinion to y'all guys. Let me read the chat. Where my phone go? I lost my damn phone. Where'd it go? Where the hell my phone go? Oh, it's right behind me. Read the chat. I'm just babbling, man. I'm gonna go to the next topic. I know all y'all not no retro gamers. I'm trying to diversify my topics, because, like I say, I'm trying to be more retro centric on this channel. What y'all talking about in the chat? So those straight up scales don't look good though. Which one are you talking about? You know, I bought this one yesterday. Actually, I bought this one yesterday, and I saw a comparisons video on YouTube, and it did look good. Matter of fact, let me see. Let's go back to my TV. I don't know if y'all can see it. This is never mind. I ain't got time to unhook and all that stuff. But yeah, maybe if I just I may do some. If I have time, maybe I do a little comparisons video. But yeah, man, it looks a lot better than putting those AV cables on there. I'll tell you that straight up. A lot better, dude. He said retro is better than modern. Facts. I kind of agree with you, EJ. He said, am I getting Spider-Man? Yeah, I'll eventually get to it. I'll get to it. But I think honestly, if you really deep into retro gaming, people, the Frame Master might be the best option. If you're gonna invest so much money into retro gaming, and you want to get the best quality, if you actually want to get 1080p, if you want to get 1080p you know, quality on your retro games, you gonna have to get the Frame Master. It might cost a lot of money. I think it's around between $300 to $400. That's a lot of money. But is it worth it? Yeah, it is worth it. But it depends. It's on you. It depends on your financial situation. I don't know if I want to get it right now. It's a lot of money. But the Frame Master is probably your best bet. I'm hearing that sometimes it could be a hassle trying to hook it up. But whenever you get used to it, then it's great. They say it's like the best ones around. But they got cheaper alternatives. But if you want the best of the best, I would say Frame Master. But it's a lot of money though. It's a lot of money. Because I'm still looking for an upscaler for my Sega Saturn right now. Because playing my Sega Saturn on my HD TV, it looks hideous, people. It looks hideous. It does. Said, what about WWE review? Please, is WWE review. What? Are you talking about? Talking about the game WWE? I don't even play it. I don't even play WWE. The last WWE game that I played, it wasn't even called WWE. It was called WWF SmackDown on the PS1. That was the last wrestling game that I played, man. I'm just gonna be real with you. I'm gonna be real with you. Is that AV to HDMI? Yeah. Some, you know, you gotta depend. It depends on what it is, cause some work and some don't work. Let me see. What else y'all got? You said NFL 2K5 was actually $20. Yeah. No, that's why I said a while ago, Mr. T. Yeah, it was $25. No, it was $20. Then of course, the Madden was $50 around the time. That's why EA dropped the price to $30 because Sega was eating up their market. And you know, and if you just play the game, I played both versions, Madden 2005 and ESPN 2K5. Like it's not even no comparisons, man, because that game, I don't know, I miss Sega Sports, man, because Sega Sports was way better than Madden. NBA 2K is still a thing. Who the hell buys freaking NBA Live anymore? Who buys Live no more? 2K has always been the thing. That was Sega Sports. It started with Sega Sports. 2K series, even the baseball series was really good, man. It sucks. I kind of wish Sega come back with the Sega Sports, man, because their sports games was vastly superior than EA sports games. And you know, after the Sega Saturn's debacle, that's, you know, EA no longer didn't want to. They no longer want to put games on the Sega system because, you know, what happened with the Saturn, they lost a lot of money. They didn't get no money from that. They didn't get no profit. You know, that's how EA is. If they ain't making no money from it, they ain't gonna fool with you. So, you know, Sega tried to go their own route and make their own Sega Sports, and their sports games was way better than theirs. So they pulled a bitch move and monopolized the football games. I don't see how people. If you are a 2K fan, why even bother with Madden games? I'm just gonna be real. Why even bother with them, man? Fuck Madden. I mean, fuck EA. Fuck EA. I hate EA's guts. I hate them. I hate their guts for real. I'm still mad about them shutting the doors on Visceral Studios because they actually made good games with the Dead Space series. What else that game I just played and beat the other day? Dante's Inferno. That was a good game. And Visceral Studios was the one that made it. Maybe somebody needs to purchase Visceral so we can get these games again. At the end of Dante's Inferno, it was supposed to be a sequel. So we still ain't seen no sequel. Like, man, fuck EA. I hate EA's guts. I really do. He said America's trash and making games. Yeah, NFL Blitz was a shit, man. I love NFL Blitz. I think I still got it on my Dreamcast. Let me see. It's somewhere over here. Here it is. Yeah, NFL Blitz. This was superior than playing on other consoles, because you know why? You know why NFL Blitz was superior on the Dreamcast? Because you get to play with 4 people. Same with the N64. 4 controller ports. So yeah, I remember back in the day we used to always play together. If we're not playing NFL Blitz 2000 at the arcade, Then we at home playing on the Dreamcast, and all 4 of us that was playing on the arcade, we go right to the house and play it on the Dreamcast, man. That was so much fun back in the day, man. It sucks that, like, that was just EA. I'm trying to tell you, EA is the reason why we don't get this no more, man. They monopolized the football games, man. We don't get these no more, man. It freaking sucks. Fucking EA, man. Shit. What else I got? Said burn EA to the ground. Dang. I'll probably try that Mutant Football League. I heard it's a lot of fun. People saying that it's kind of similar to Blitz. That's something I might try out, man. I love those wacky arcadic type of sports games. We don't get NBA Streets no more. We don't get NFL Streets no more. NFL Extreme. I don't know if y'all remember that. I used to like that on the PlayStation. It wasn't as good as Blitz, but it was a fun arcadey type of experience. I used to love those type of games. You know, we don't. It's been a while since we got NBA Jam, so I don't know. Maybe because arcade is not really the thing no more. But to be honest, with the retro madness that's going on, I believe arcades is going to slowly become popular again. It's always been popular in Japan, but from where I'm from, I'm in Texas, and these arcade games, for a while, a lot of people are selling arcade machines for like $500. You know, these arcades are worth like thousands of dollars, $2,000 to $3,000. You know, they were trying to sell like a Metal Slug arcade for $500. I was like, damn, that's it? These arcade machines are freaking expensive. You know, you know what else they were selling for like about $500 or less? It was Marvel vs. Capcom 2. What else they had? Mortal Kombat 3 Ultimate. Like these games that we used to play back in the 90s, man. I'm over looking at these cheap prices years ago, but my dumb ass didn't realize that retro gaming was going to be the thing. And it is the thing. And guess what? The price of these arcades has went up a lot. And there is a lot of arcade places around my Metroplex, and it's really, really popular. I'm not talking about like the new arcades that's out. I'm talking about the retro arcades back in the 90s and early 2000s. We got like multiple locations, and you pay $5 to get in, and guess how much it costs to play one game? 25 cents, like it used to be back in the day. You go to a Dave & Buster's, you go to a Putt-Putt, Alley Cats, you go to these places that has these newer arcades, you be paying like $1 to $2, maybe $3 for a game that's gonna last 2 minutes. So it's very expensive playing these new arcades, man. So I was a huge fan of arcade gaming back then, man. I kind of wish that Sega can come back with their arcade games on our consoles, because they're still out. They're still out. You know, every arcade place you go, you're gonna see a Sega game. That's one thing Sega has always thrived on, is arcades. So it is what it is. Well, what else to talk about? I think, was that it? I think I talked about everything. I think I did. Let's get a few questions, people. Let's get a few questions. A few questions before I wrap this bad boy up. I think I talked about everything I wanted to talk about. Say you have a local arcade in Miami. We got games like Mortal Kombat 2, Dance Dance Revolution, Marvel vs. Capcom 2. That's pretty cool, man. I love Marvel vs. Capcom 2 back in the arcades, because you know, when I had the Dreamcast back in the late 90s, man, like I played Marvel vs. Capcom 2 all the freaking time. And whenever I go to the store, or my auntie or my grandma, you know, Second Save, I don't know if you ever heard of Second Save, it's out of business now. They used to always have arcades at the front of the store. It was always Metal Slug right next to Marvel vs. Capcom 2 and the Pac-Man game. All the time, I used to always go to the store with them, because I just loved to play those games. It was so much fun. It was very fun and enjoyable. And I go right back to the house. Now I get right back on Marvel vs. Capcom 2. And I used to be really good at that game. I did. So you can't bring back college games until, that is true. You know, that's one thing I said a long time ago. Why are they making billions of dollars off these college athletes, but if they take some type of money from a booster, they're like the devil? You know, they demonizing these kids. You know, they trying to make a living, but you making billions of dollars off of them, man. Like, college football is a scheme. Not a scam, I'm sorry, it's a scam. It's a freaking scam. And you know, and whenever it was a few years ago, whenever they sued the NCAA, I believe they gave every player like I think $1,000 a piece. I was like, are you gotta be kidding me? $1,000 a piece? Y'all made hundreds of billions of dollars from these kids. I was like, man, wow, y'all too much, man. Y'all is too freaking much. Yeah, you're right. NCAA is the worst. I don't even care for NCAA. The last time I watched it, when Texas Longhorns, University of Texas, when they won the national championship back in 2005, that was the last college game that I played. I just don't care for college. I hate how they hoard these kids around. They hoard these kids around. They don't pay them shit. These coaches making $8 to $10 million a fucking year. But once one of these student athletes get some type of bribe, they want to freaking tear them apart, man. Like, I'm sick of that shit. Remember Maurice Claret? Remember him? Everybody was questioning, why you driving the Cadillac Escalade? How you get this money? How you do this? How you do that? That kind of ruined his NFL career. It ruined it. But Maurice Claret brought in a lot of money for the Ohio State Buckeyes. So much money. But he take a couple of dollars. Oh, he's the devil. Oh my. Whew, that's why the way I feel about college football is kind of how I feel about current NFL right now. I'm not gonna go down that path. I'm not even gonna talk about the current NFL. As a black man, yeah, I'm not. I'm just not a big fan of NFL right now. I'm not. They making you all that goddamn money, a peaceful protest, and you hate. You know what? Let me leave it alone, people. Let me leave it alone. I'm leaving it alone. Okay. What else? When can you play arcade games at home? That was probably the end of the need for arcades, but they were a great time. To be honest, the last arcade console that we had was basically the Sega Dreamcast. That was Sega was known for its arcade games, like House of the Dead, Zombies Revenge, Virtual Cop. What else? The Expandables. What else? I know I got some other arcade games in there. Crazy Taxi. Of course, you got the fighting games with the NFL. Not NFL. Well, of course, NFL Blitz is kind of like a fighting game. You got Soul Calibur, Marvel vs. Capcom 1 and 2, Street Fighter Alpha 3, Capcom vs. SNK, Power Stone 1 and 2. Like, the Dreamcast was an arcade machine. It was. That's why I felt that I had, when I was playing Marvel vs. Capcom 2 on an arcade versus my Dreamcast, I really couldn't see no difference because they both played flawlessly. So, that's one thing that Sega should have did differently. They know that the market was changing because arcade wasn't, it was becoming a thing in the past. And a lot of people didn't want to pay full price for a game in which they can beat within an hour or two. That's what kind of hurt them as well. That's just one of the things. A lot of things hurt Sega. People paying full price for a game they could beat within an hour or two. Of course, you got the what else that kind of hurt the Dreamcast? Burning discs. They basically, it was easy to burn Dreamcast discs, so it kind of hurt a whole bunch of sales for Sega. It was a mess, but to be honest, the Sega Saturn was one of the main reasons that killed the Dreamcast, because a lot of people just didn't have faith in Sega. Of course, EA left them, a lot of developers left them. One of Sega's biggest supporter, in which I'm very surprised, was Capcom. Capcom was Sega's biggest supporters on the freaking Dreamcast. Big supporters, man. Like I say, man, like they had just about all the fighting games that was from Capcom, like with the Power Stones and the Street Fighter 3, Double Impact, Third Strike was all on Dreamcast. The Alphas. Man, it was so much Capcom support. I can't name them all, man. A lot of Capcom support, dude. Be nice if we got that same support with the Switch. You said, would I ever come to Miami? We need to go to the arcade. You would try and move into the arcade. Man, I'm staying away from Florida. All the stories I've been hearing from Florida, Garuda, I'm not going to Florida. Man, y'all crazy out there. Y'all dudes is crazy. I'm freaking crazy out there. Every time I turn around, there's something always going on in Florida. I'm staying away from Florida, man. That's especially that stand your ground state. No, I'm staying away because it seems like the stand your grounds, the whole stand your ground law is basically it's not in favor with people looking like me. I'm not going over there. I'm not going to get shot. People shooting up clubs, terrorist attacks going on. I don't know. It's crazy. I don't know what they put in your food out there, or what they put in your air for y'all to breathe. Y'all crazy. I'm not going to Florida, man. I don't care if they give me free tickets to Disney World. I don't care if they give me a voucher to go to Disney World for the rest of my life for free. I'm not going to Florida. I'm not. Y'all crazy. He said, we not crazy in Florida. Shit, my ass. Said Capcom didn't like Sony in the 5th and 6th generation. It's well documented. You know what? I didn't even know that. Mr. T, he's the real guru. He's the retro guru, man. He's been around a lot longer than me. So, yeah, come on, Mr. T, man. I'm looking for your documentaries, man. You say he's gonna do some retro documentaries. Where they at? Let's go. You got the equipment. You got the editing equipment. I believe you can make awesome videos, dude. And like I said, big shout outs to Mr. T, man. He the one that created my intro, man. Big shout outs to him, man. I want some documentaries from you, Mr. T. You got the skills for that. Let's go. That Florida is fun. Y'all just scared of fun. No, it ain't the fact we scared of fun. We scared of getting shot. Yeah, even Mr. T can vouch for me. It's crazy out there. What's up, Jay? He said, if Nintendo and Sega do a crossover with one of your their franchises, which one would you want to be? A crossover with a franchise. That's a good question. Yeah, they didn't already did a crossover with Sega, Sonic and Mario with the Olympic Games. What do I want a crossover? Oh, I think okay. If it's an RPG crossover, I would say crossover Phantasy Star with the Legend of Zelda. That would be freaking awesome, dude. Phantasy Star with the Legend of Zelda. I would love to see something like that, dude. That would be an awesome crossover, dude, for real. I'm not skipping. Jalen, you do that every time I go live. Don't skip my question, dude. I'm getting to everybody's question, man. I ain't skipping nobody's question, man. Just stand your ground and murder people you don't like with the law backing you up. Yeah, man. I'm just standing away from. I'm standing away from Florida, man. Like it's like this, man. Somebody go and talk shit to my wife, you know. And, you know, it's just something about I don't know what the hell's going on, man. It's just it doesn't make sense at all. You know, after that issue happened with that poor man defending his girl and his kids was in the car. Because some crazy man that was known to say racist stuff to people and harassing people, you know, of course he got pushed because he over picking on a woman. He deserved to get pushed, man. If you gonna be doing that shit, do it in front of a man. Then he gave that man no chance to freaking just back away. Well, actually, he did back away a little bit. He was like, okay, you got a gun? I want no trouble. He even backed up and he still shot and killed him. And I just can't believe that law protected that man. But you know what? I'm not trying to go political and bring the whole race thing. And I'm trying to stay away from that. I'm trying to stay away from that because yeah, I'm staying away from that. let's get back to gaming, man. Florida is a crazy place. It's a crazy freaking place, man. Sega Saturn for life, man. I swear, if Sega bring back Sega Saturn games, especially with the retro frenzy in which we are getting in today's game industry, I really believe these games will do well. For instance, Astral. I'm a huge fan of the Astral game. A lot of y'all guys don't know who Astral is. just play it, man. It's a fun game. It's a little short, but the soundtrack is like one of the best soundtracks. I love the soundtrack. The game is awesome. The art style of the game is awesome. It plays very well. It could be very hard at times. If you get the Japanese version, it's a little easier. If you get the American version, it's a little harder. I guess the reason why they made the American version a little harder because I guess the reviewers saying that the game is too damn short, so they want to basically make it to where you will get a whole bunch of playtime with that game. And yes, I had a lot of playtime trying to beat the game when I was a kid because the game was freaking hard. It was freaking hard. So that's why a lot of people say they prefer to get the Japanese version of that game. So I'm gonna take a couple more questions, people. I'm gonna wrap this bad boy up. A couple more questions. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The stall, man, like it's just around that time people was so hungry for 3D polygons. They were so hungry for 3D graphics. So whenever the PlayStation got here, it took off. Like once it got here, like there was no return. Nobody could not catch the PlayStation. Sega couldn't catch the PlayStation. Nintendo couldn't catch the PlayStation. They had every game. Like it was. N64 was a great system. I'm just talking about the diversity of the games that they had. It was a powerhouse. But 2D side scroller was not a thing no more, and that's why the Saturn didn't do as well, because Sega wanted to stay with the arcade experience and the 2D, and they didn't want to transition to 3D, even though the Saturn was capable. They do got a lot of 3D games on the Saturn, but the bread and butter of that console was the 2D. And if you get those games from that failed system and put it out right now in today's time, in which a lot of people love these type of games, these 2D side scrolls with pretty graphics, pretty art style graphics, in which the Saturn had, I really believe it will do a lot better than it did back then. That's why I said, well, will the retro madness, the frenzy in which that's going on right now, with Sega, can Sega capitalize off of this? Because I really believe they can, because the 90s was awesome for Sega and Nintendo and PlayStation. It was awesome for everybody. If they can bring all these games back, revive these older IPs, I think they will make a lot of money. The money is out there. I'm just kind of curious of what Sega going to put on the Sega Ages. I really wish they put some Saturn games out there on the Sega Ages. Saturn needs some love. They really do. He said 3DO was for 3D. Yeah, I don't see too many of those Panasonic 3DOs nowhere. The store I go to, they got one. I'm just not gonna pay $300 for it. Said enough for the Genesis collection. Give us a Saturn collection. Yeah, man, that is true. The Saturn had really great 2D games, man. It's just a lot of people don't know. They don't know them. They don't know about them because the Saturn was such a huge failure. A lot of these games, a whole bunch of these games, they only produce less than 100,000 copies of them. And if you're trying to find these games, they're very expensive and they're fun. Like, I want to just play these games, not only just to collect them, I want to play them because they're awesome. But I guess before I get up out of here, I guess the games that I recently purchased over the past couple of weeks, bought some Saturn games. Got one of the best games that I played back then, and of course, this game was an inspiration of Marvel vs. Capcom, and this X-Men Children of the Atom, in which it was an awesome freaking game. I loved it. That's one of the best fighting games I ever played, man. I love X-Men Children of the Atom. It was a really awesome game, man. It doesn't get enough credit than it deserves. And of course, you got Bug, awesome platformer. Loved it. It was a little hard back then. Loved Bug. I got this off of eBay for $20 the other day, and I kind of got a good deal. And I had the second. I got Bug 2. It's just I'm looking for the original case right now, because they do sell the cases and manuals to everything. Some of them are very expensive, man. So I'm looking for the original case for Bug 2 so I can complete my Bug collection. That's another game that I wish they will bring back. Galactic Attack, one of those little rail shooters. I love those type of shooters. You know, I used to play those type of shooters every time at the arcade. It was very fun. It's hard. It's hard though. It's very hard, but it's very fun. I bought this game for $80. It was kind of expensive. I paid $80 for this. And of course, you got Panzer Dragoon 2. I didn't complete my Panzer Dragoon collection because I got 2 more games I need to get. I need to get Panzer Dragoon and Panzer Dragoon Saga. I still need to get the other game. So yeah, they're very expensive, especially Panzer Dragoon Saga. It's very freaking expensive. And of course, I bought Shenmue 2. So that completes my Shenmue collection. I got the Shenmue on the Dreamcast. Now, of course, I got it for the original Xbox. So that was another game that was exclusive for the Xbox during that 11-game exclusive deal that Sega had with the original Xbox. They had a bunch of really good games from Sega. That's probably why a whole bunch of guys like me that transitioned to more of an Xbox gamer because of that good Sega support that came from the Dreamcast onto the original Xbox. And of course, there were some similarities with the consoles as well. And what else I got? Let me see. I bought Doom for the Super Nintendo. I played it. The game didn't age that good. It did not age that good at all, man. It did not age that good. But, you know, I was like, man, okay, you know, the game looks cool. The red cartridge, it looks very cool, but it's something I would collect, you know. Of course, I got to get the Legend of Zelda. I had to rebuy this. I don't know what happened to my other one because I bought another one a couple years ago and I lost it. I don't know where's it at, so I don't know. So I just bought another one. And the Adventures of Adventures of Batman and Robin. It's more like an arcade type of Batman game, kind of like a run and gun style of Batman and Robin, and it was very fun. Matter of fact, this game kind of basically tapped into the Sega's power because this game graphically looks awesome. Game looks very awesome on the Sega Genesis. They really tapped into the power of the Genesis. And of course, I got Phantasy Star 2. So that's another, you know, I know I hate collecting Sega games without the case. That's why I done already ordered some cases. Right now, I got a case coming in from eBay, from you know, so I could put this Phantasy Star 2 in, and same with Adventures of Batman and Robin. And what else did I get? I got some more Genesis games. I got Thunder Force 3. Awesome game. One of those little rail shooters that was very fun to play. Paid about $60 for it. It's not cheap at all. The game is awesome. It's fun. It's a little short, but it's a little difficult at the same time. So that's something y'all should check out if y'all love those type of games. And of course, you got Earthworm Jim. That game was very fun back in the day. Kind of hard. You know, honestly, a lot of these games was hard back then, man. Like if you was a Sega guy, Nintendo guy, and you know those games. The reason why these games are so hard back then, because the game, if you are a master of those games, you can beat those games within an hour, maybe 2 hours. So they gotta increase the difficulty so you can have more, so you can increase the amount of time to play, so you can feel that you got your money's worth. Of course, you got Twinkle Tail. It's a little shorter game, but it's fun. It's really fun. It's not cheap. I paid $55 for it. So yeah, it's one of those. I hadn't played it yet. Somebody told me about it. They say it's really fun. But you know, that's another game I will get into. And whenever I play these games and beat them, I'm gonna start doing some reviews on this channel. Gargoyles. I remember having this game is awesome. I remember having this game on, I forgot what birthday. My auntie bought me this game on my birthday. I don't know if it was my 8th birthday or my 9th birthday. I don't know. It was in the mid 90s when my auntie bought this game for me. This game is hella fun. It's not cheap because it's rare around here. So I bought it for $65. It's very awesome. Something y'all should collect. If you own a Retron 5, it does not support Retron 5. It sucks. You gotta put it on your regular Genesis. That's one thing that sucks. I love my Retron 5. It just doesn't support every Sega Genesis game. It doesn't. Of course, I got Double Dragon 3, the arcade game. Played it last week. Game it's good, but it's freaking hard as hell, man. That game is hard as hell, but it's awesome. How much? I think I paid $45 for it, something like that. So, you know, it's kind of rare as well too, because I don't see many of the Double Dragon. You don't really see many Double Dragon games on a Sega console. Let's just be real. Shadow Dancer, the Secret of Shinobi. It's another game I got. Another Shinobi game. It's one of those little arcade style Shinobi games. Really fun and awesome. And last thing I got is X-Men 2. That's basically what's on my TV right now. And as soon as I'm finished with my stream, I'm gonna go ahead and play it again and try to beat it. I'm almost there. So it was an X-Men 2 Clone Wars. Very fun game. It's a 2-player action game. You know, y'all have a lot of fun. It's very freaking hard. So it's like this, man. if you didn't experience retro gaming, from the time that it was actually new, when we was playing it back then these games gonna be very hard for y'all. It's gonna be very hard. Probably kind of like Cuphead on how hard Cuphead is. A lot of these games are hard. I'm gonna be real with you, but they're very fun, fantastic, and you will enjoy yourself, man. They're fun, man. So that was basically the games that I've been collecting over the past 3 weeks or something like that. And I already ordered some more games. I got more games coming in from eBay. I bought the Animaniacs for the Genesis, the Secret of Mania for the Super Nintendo. Actually, I won it in the bid because I think the game normally costs between $60 to $70 on eBay, but I bid it for $25 and I won. So, you know, $25 plus the shipping. I paid $30 for it. What else did I bought? I forgot. Landstalker. I bought Landstalker for the Genesis. Paid $20 for it, won that in the bid, and you know that's another thing. You know, I'm bidding on eBay because it's a lot cheaper bidding because there's a whole bunch of games on there that you would love to buy, and you know, of course, you don't want to pay so much money for it. And like a lot of these games going for $200-300, and of course somebody bid it for like maybe $100, so they basically save by a couple $100. You know, it's about the rarity of the product. That's one thing I'm just not a big fan of, but it is what it is. It's all about that supply and demand. I'm trying to remember what else did I order. I ordered like 5 different games from eBay. They're supposed to come in this week, so whenever I do get these games, I'm gonna share them with y'all guys. So yeah, so I'm about to wrap this bad boy up, man. Appreciate y'all guys coming in, and okay, you about to get up out of here too, Miss? Yeah, I'm about to get up out of here as well too, man. So yeah, man, retro game is not cheap, dude. It's not cheap at all, man. I've slowly been collecting. I've been collecting for the past 2.5 years, so it's just it's slowly but surely. But like I say, people, appreciate y'all guys for tuning in. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button, subscribe to this channel, hit that notification bell because I'm having issues with people not coming to my channel because they're not getting notified, and it is what it is, man. Just good old YouTube, man. And whenever I do get my Discord up and running, I will make a separate video and I will let y'all know, let y'all guys know whenever I got it running, so y'all go ahead and join me, or just follow me on Twitter. Follow me on Twitter, man. Or follow me, and I will just let y'all know from there, so I can send y'all the link to my Discord. And like I say, man, whenever I do start this Discord, it will not be no drama. And yeah, and most of my dislikes came from this video is from the drama from the Discord. I'm just gonna be real with you, man. So, you know, like I say, going forward, the people that's in the chat, you see some drama going on, get rid of them. I'm serious. I'm done with the drama. Really am. But appreciate that, guys. Appreciate y'all guys from watching. Staying tuned. If you did not, if you wasn't here at the beginning, please, rewind this video so you can, go back to the beginning. Talking about some other stuff with Nintendo and what else I talking about? I talk about a lot of stuff. Now I forgot, man. But yeah. But if y'all, okay, I'm not sure whenever I'm gonna do another video. I'm not sure if I do decide to do another video this week. I will let y'all guys know. I'm trying to work on some retro content. I'm gonna try to do a documentary, and it's just something I'm thinking about right now. I'm trying to do more things. I'm trying to do modern stuff with y'all, and I also want to do retro stuff. So, like I say, make sure you hit the like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I will see y'all guys on the next ride. Peace out.